Hello, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am Reese, and today I'm going to answer the top 10 frequently asked questions on specific people. So, number one, can I and how can I manifest a specific person into my life? Can you? Yes, 100%. You can manifest anything because you already have everything. Please understand this word, everything. Not just what you can conceive of, but things you cannot. Because your imagination is infinite, and you can try this. You can just imagine something over and over and over and over and change it and change it and change it, and you will not find an end. You will carry on going until, right? So, can I manifest a specific person and how? Well, think about it like this. How many times have you said, "Oh, I was just thinking about this person and they messaged me, or I met them, or something or other," right? Something you were just thinking about. It could be anything. It could be like a celebrity, it could be a friend of yours, it could be a family member, or whatever, and then they'll appear out of thin air in some manner. You could be thinking about a celebrity, and then a post will pop up on your feed about them. You think about a family member, and they'll call you. You're thinking about a friend, and they'll message you or something, or you'll run into them. This happens more often than not, and coincidences aside, it happens too many times for the word coincidence to have any kind of randomness to it. Those are all specific people because you put your awareness on it, you put your attention on it, you put the excitedness and knowingness of this imaginal frame, brought it into your life from the invisible, right? Remember, all all of your imagination is invisible. You, as the consciousness, give it light, right? You are giving it light, and you are giving it feeling, and you are giving it life. Everything in your imagination is invisible. You are the conduit in which power and light and love brings it forth into your imagination, and then through that mechanism of imagination and reality being created, experience it in your three-dimensional reality. So, what actually happens? It's the same thing with anything. You imagine from wherever you are, it doesn't matter, that you're not just imagining that frame. You're not just imagining that frame. You are in that frame. You are one with that frame. You are that entire frame, and you are in the frame. You are the dream, and you are the dreamer, right? And you imagine yourself as you would like it to be. You imagine yourself with the love that you would like to be, from the knowing that you are that entire thing, as you are this entire frame that is currently going on when you are not experiencing them with you. You just go to your end. That's it. And oftentimes you wonder why. Well, this happened so quickly. Why did that happen? Why did that take so long? Well, very simply, when it's a friend or a family member, you don't really have resistance to seeing them sometimes. you don't have resistance to seeing certain people in your life. You don't have that opposing force. You only bring it forth from the invisible. You experience it, and then it goes on its way back into the invisible. I'm using linear lines here just to explain the thing, but it's not linear. It's vertical. It's like a vertical happening now. You don't really usually have the resistance, but with a specific person, you have the resistance, you have the doubt, you have the fear, you have the wondering whether it's going to happen or not. You have all of that stuff. Let those thoughts all be there. Let the doubt be there. Let the fear be there. They mean nothing. They do nothing. It is a manifestation in the moment from your identifying with the 3D self. You are always going to identify with the 3D self, the human body, because you are human. Simply, that's it. So when you know you have the doubt, you know you have the history, when you know you have the past, and you're seeing it while you're imagining, leave it there. Say, yes, that was an experience. That was one experience out of an infinite number of experiences. I am choosing the identity, who I am, and I'm choosing the frame that I choose to be in, and I'm choosing the person that I choose to be in here with me. And that's real. It's real right now. It is something that is right now. I choose you. I choose you, specific person, I choose you, identity, and I choose you, frame of reality, because I am all of it. I am. That's it. I am. I am that frame, I am that specific person, I am that identity that is experiencing it, and I am it right now. It doesn't matter if I can physically see it. It only matters if it's in my awareness, and if it is, it's real right now. So, what techniques work best for manifesting a specific person? There's only one real technique. There's only one process, and that is to know I am that I am already. You can script it. That's for fun. It is fun. It's wonderful. It is putting your awareness on. You can affirm it. You can type it on these AI chat blog these AI chat companions. You can imagine it. You can do whatever you like, because all of the processes all have the same thing in common. You are that commonality. You are that underlying factor. You are the love. You are the I am awareness. It is your awareness that is the only technique that is working. It's your awareness. How you put your awareness on the things, up to you. However you feel like. But it's always going to be, I am that which I say I am. Declare I am. Assume I am. Know I am. Choose to be. I am that I am. That's the only technique you ever need. I am. Because it's always going back to your base root, your base being, your base knowings of love. Can I manifest a specific person who does not know me yet? Yes. How did you get to know them in the first place? How did you get to know anybody in the first place? You didn't know them. Your physical body didn't experience the knowing them, but over time, somehow you experience meeting everybody that you have ever met. So every person you've ever met is a specific person that you have met and manifested the knowing of them. So yes, absolutely, completely. And you've probably seen this, where you've run into this person that you don't know, and you just happen to see them one day and another day and another day. It doesn't mean anything. It's just your focus was on that, hey, I saw this person again and again and again, and then that's it. But that is a manifestation of, can I manifest someone who doesn't know me? Yes, because the experience of seeing them, feeling them, knowing them is something you're already doing. So yes. How do I let go of the desperation when manifesting an SP? Well, that's quite something, isn't it? Desperation. Well, why are you desperate? Why are you desperate? Usually desperation comes from, I'm running out of time. I don't feel the love. I don't know what to do. If I don't feel that love, it's going to get away from me. If I don't get them now, I'm never going to be with them. If I don't get them now, they'll be with somebody else, and that will go on. They'll get married and have kids, and I'll just be alone and die. I'm being a little silly with it, but that's generally where desperation comes from. I'm running out of time. You have to understand something, is that the identity who feels anything other than love, the identity of you that feels anything other than love, is the 3D you. You are not just the 3D you. You may be feeling those thoughts of desperation and so on, but you are the awareness that is manifesting an infinite number of versions of you. You are infinity. You are the infinity that contains all of this. So the desperation is nothing more than an immediate manifestation of who you are aligned with or being aware of right now. It's a person who's alone and will never be with the desires and wants that they have. You are identifying with I am not, but you must change that into I am by changing your viewpoint into I am. And if I am, then the time doesn't matter, the unfolding doesn't matter, everything doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that I know I am in the frame of reality that I desire to be in, with whomever I desire to be in right now. I am not running out of time. Time is a concept. Time is just a concept. Yes, you have birthdays. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday going down the line. You have January, February, March going down the line. You have birthdays that go past. You have Christmas that goes past. You have New Year's that keeps on going. And every time this happens, you feel as if time is going on. It is a 3D unfolding of your life. You're not losing any time. You have the exact amount of time that you always had, and that is now. It's only now. The experience of what you desire will never change. It'll never go away, and you will never lose it. It's with you forever. You're not losing any time. It's just part of the unfolding, and it's unfolding perfectly. How often have you felt waiting for something up until it happened? It happened. It was amazing. It was wonderful, and then went back into the memory, or rather the reality field, and it was gone. And all of that waiting seemed so silly because it was just perfect when it happened anyway. That's what I mean. You don't need the desperation. You only need me. I am. You only need I am. You don't have to feel like you're losing anything. It's unfolding perfectly. You are the one that's coming up with these time frames and deadlines. It's not, I need to have kids by this day. I need to be married by this day. So someone said I need to blah blah blah. Right? No. Your unique understanding and reality is unfolding perfectly for you. Let it. What affirmations should I use to attract a specific person? There's only one that matters, and that is that one. I am. That's all. I am that version of myself who is married to the girl or guy that I love with all my heart. I'm married to the version of them in which I experience that love. I understand that I am an infinite being. I understand that they are infinite beings. And I understand that my infinity calls forth a version of them that relates to that version of infinity that I am being. It doesn't matter which one. I know that I love all of them, even the ones that aren't speaking to me that I don't even know yet. I know I have an innate love for them. And the version of myself that is experiencing the love that I have for that unique identity, that unique vibrational invisible spirit, that is the version of them that I choose to see. I am that. I am that I am. So whatever affirmation resonates with you in whatever way, just say that. Don't try and force one to come into existence. They all exist. The affirmation itself has no power. You giving it power, and the affirmations that you just love to say as a truth. I am that version of myself. I exist in that frame. I can look down or up or whatever, however tall it is, and I say, I am here. I am standing here. Here I am. That's love. When you affirm out of love, when you affirm out of truth, that's the affirmation. Just use that. Because no one can tell you which one's going to work. It'll always be the belief in it, because that's where the power is. Is it possible to manifest a specific person back into my life after a breakup? Yeah. Why not? I don't see why. You're not going to manifest that same specific person that broke up with you, because that version of them who broke up with you exists. The version of them who didn't break up with you exists, and the version of them who was always with you exists. You see, all three of those things, I say three because it's an infinite number of things, but I'm just using three as an example, always exists. The version of them that didn't break up with you always exists, right? The version of them that broke up with you and went their separate ways, that exists. The version of them that broke up with you and came back, that all exists. You see, but all of this all of that exists within you as that I am awareness. It's all within you. So where do you want to live? Do you want to try and fix something that was broken? Do you want to say, no, I want them back after we broke up? Or do you want to just say, no, I am that version of myself that has always been in love and experiencing that love with the person that I love? So you move your awareness into that, because this has always existed. It existed from the very moment time began. The moment existence began. The Father created everything. He created a reality where you and that person have always existed together. And the reason why you aren't experiencing that is because you came here forgetting everything that you are, remembering everything that you are. You are remembering that you and this person have always existed together in the most beautiful love story that you can't even imagine how wonderful it is, but you know that it is. So, how long does it usually take to manifest a specific person? I love this. This one's fun. I always see those on my YouTube, on my YouTube feed. 3 days, 5 minutes, 10 hours, 72 years, whatever it was. How long does it take? It doesn't take time. Time does not exist. Time is the unfolding of events that happen for a outcome. All things happen at the appointed hour, but all things start now. You know, you put bread in the toaster now, you know you're going to get toast at some point in an allocated number of events that unfold for that toast to come into your awareness. How you experience that time or events unfolding for the toast is up to you. Nobody can tell you how long something is going to take. I can only tell you that it exists now. That unfolding is not up to me. That unfolding isn't up to anybody except your inner being, your inner authority. And it's up to you whether to trust that unfolding or not. That's all. As simple as that. You could say, I am married to the girl or guy that I love right now. They could message you in the middle of this video. They could message you in a month. You could meet them in 6 months. I haven't the faintest idea. It's not my unfolding. It's your I am, my I am, our I am, the I am that we all are, unfolding it perfectly for who we are right now, for our unique love story. That's all I know, and I know that. What signs should I look for to know my manifestation is working? Well, there are no signs out there in the 3D world. There can be synchronicity and serendipity, and signs, as you would call them, are nothing more than the realization that no, I am in my desired reality. It's unfolding perfectly, but the signs don't tell you how long or how far something away is, because it's always here, it's always now. You are in that reality. If you see a sign and you think it's a sign, cool. If you see a synchronicity and you experience the synchronicity and it's wonderful for you, amazing. Just know it's not an indication of how many days. It is an indication that you are in that reality right now and you are synchronized with it. You are the actor in the movie and the movie is unfolding. Play your part. That's all. The only sign and evidence, actually, is an inner evidence saying, no, I have moved inside, in my inner world, to the frame and reality that I desire. And I'm seeing everything as that frame. Remember, quite simply, right? You exist right here. You think you have a past, right? You don't. It's an infinite number of things. And you think you have some future. You don't. This is blank. It's blank from here, right now. In the frame that you're in, it is blank. It is a blank slate right now. So you decide, I am in the reality where I am with the love of my life right now. And that's the movie, the unfolding that happens right now. So, how do I maintain a high vibrational state manifesting in a specific person? You don't have to maintain a high vibrational state. You are God. Your vibrational state could not be higher than it is right now. It always has been that height, highness, that vibrational state. It's always been it. What you think is because you feel good or you feel bad, you think your vibrational state is going higher and lower. It's not. It's always the same. It's always God. It's always perfect. Even if you feel bad or if you feel good, it doesn't really matter. As long as you know you are God. That's all. You don't have to be a higher vibrational state to manifest your SP. Right? No one is above you. No, you aren't above anyone. You are I am awareness. You are perfectly vibrating at the most perfect state at all times. When you are feeling that love, or when you are feeling down, when you're feeling love, when you're feeling down, you are approaching the knowingness and feelingness of that same vibrational state. So when you're up here, affirm it, milk it. I know AbrahamHicks says milk that state. And when you're down here, that is the opportunity for you to have faith, for you to say, no, I know that I'm feeling this. I know that my heart feels broken. I know that I feel down. While I'm feeling this here, I am more connected to God than in my knowingness than I ever was. And from here, I'm going to say who I am, because the conditions don't define me. I am defining everything as I am. and I am that. And the last question, somebody asked me on a video. Recently they saw a video about avoidant people. I had to go look what it was, and setting boundaries, and this seems very 3D focused. That is true. It seems to me that assuming someone is avoidant means you are choosing that reality instead of living in your end. I'd love to get your thoughts on this. Oh, that's a wonderful question. Well, let's see. How do I interact with somebody in my 3D reality? Well, look at it like this. If you are saying that there is a way that you can interact to get an outcome, then why would you not just act that way? Why would you not act that way? If you think there is a specific way to act, and the reason you don't think there's a specific way to act is because you don't think any specific idea is going to get you any specific thing. Because in the 3D, it's only just an effect. So it doesn't matter how you act. It only matters who you say you are. And if you are love, you're going to automatically act as love. It doesn't really matter then, does it? You're just going to follow the script. You know, if someone isn't talking to you in 3D, you aren't going to go bang the door down and say, talk to me. You're just going to go with the flow. Say, okay, that's what's happening right now. It's not my choice. I'm going to imagine things the way that I prefer them to be. That we're talking, we're in love, we're holding each other and going about our day. So go about your day. Go about the way the script decides and the way the script is unfolding. You don't have to act a specific way, just be you. That's the perfect thing. Be yourself. However that manifests, be you. As long as you're being yourself, that's perfect. And the thing about the avoiding people and setting boundaries, you see, that is a perfect thing to think. It is an assumption that you are bringing forth into reality. You are creating this person as an avoidant, and you believe that you need to set boundaries for yourself. If you believe you need to set boundaries for yourself, you're going to create people who are going to follow those boundaries and also break those boundaries. Otherwise, why would you have boundaries if people don't break them? Why would you need to have boundaries if you don't have people in your life that would tempt and break those boundaries? You see, if you realize that nothing can touch me, I don't need to set any boundaries, people will automatically respect me and love me because I am love itself. I am the manifestation of this now moment. I am love. I don't need to avoid anybody. Nobody's going to avoid me. Everyone loves me. So even if you're experiencing that, no, it's just one quantum possibility. Even if your self-perceived boundaries are broken or whatever else, it's just one quantum possibility. You are love. You are bringing all of those things into your life. So be yourself. Be love. You don't need to set boundaries because you are the boundary. You are love itself. You don't need to. And when you're imagining someone that you love, and I actually wrote this out yesterday, so it's a wonderful synchronicity. I'll read it as the end, and maybe that'll help and jog some thoughts within you guys. If I can just get to it, it'd be lovely. Right. So this is about avoidant people, and this is not really about avoiding people, but it's about how you see people in your life, right? When we imagine or look at someone, we might see things we want to change. But what if we just adjusted our perspective? If you remove thoughts of lack and see from a place of love, you'll see that the change in your heart you'll see the change in your heart reflected in the world. I realized this while thinking about a memory where I wanted to change how someone felt about their appearance. Instead, I embraced them as they are. Sorry. Instead, I embraced them as they are, saying, and this is in my imagination that I did this, and I felt it real. I felt it wonderfully. There isn't a single thing I would change about you, because if I changed something, you wouldn't be the person in my heart. I'd rather change my heart to see you more beautifully. Embracing someone without trying to change them can deepen our feelings and connections. A small shift in perception can change our relationships in more profound ways. You see, it's not about changing them. You realize that you can't change them. But to see them more beautifully, more wonderfully, more lovingly is your divine right, and that is love in itself. So you don't need to see people as avoided. You don't need to set boundaries. You only need to see people as the love that they are. And you don't have to do this for everybody because you don't really want to. But the people that you do love, that you want in your life, that are you may be experiencing quite interesting manifested realities with them, you know, with third parties, which is another question that was there. Remember, all of that is just your fear and your doubt about whether you are worthy or not. That's unfolding. That's manifested. A third party is you, your doubt, your fear, your unworthiness. Just leave it be there. Let that reality play itself out. It means nothing. It means nothing. And when you see the love of your life, don't try to change them. Let them unfold perfectly because they are unfolding from within you. Not your 3D self, but the 3D self as well. The 3D self is God manifested as a human being, knowing it is God. See them as the love that you want to see them as. And sure, some people will tell you, no, see them as they are obsessed with you and this and that and blah, blah, blah. That's not really my shtick. I don't really like that, by all means. But I'd rather see people that I love in a loving way, in the way that I prefer reality to be. And then you'll see that. You'll see it in your heart. It doesn't matter whether you see it out in a 3D or not. Know that you have seen it within. If you have seen it within, it is real. It exists and is your preference. And trust in your preference, trust in that love, and trust in what's unfolding. Because you are in that dream life, you're in that love story right now. So, I hope that was good. I think it was good. It was good. It was powerful, it was good, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't think it was going to go this long, but I'm glad I went through it. I hope you enjoyed it as I did. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you for the question as well. Thank you for the following, the liking, and the subscribing. I am thrilled and I love it all. I have a Facebook group. If you want to reach out and ask me more questions, or if you want to book a session with me, please reach out. I'm available for you guys all the time, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.